the sale of land regulations. Any additional information that was made available prior to the commencement of today's auction, those rules permit the making of vendor bids by me as the auctioneer. The words I'll use to indicate a vendor bid is simply vendor bid. There has been a reserve price set for the property. Once we achieve that reserve price, I'll declare the property on the market, and then we sell, of course, to the highest bidder from that point. Buyers, there are penalties for anyone who should engage in any disruptive or prohibitive conduct. Bidders preventing others from bidding, and there are fines for this conduct. Buyers, lastly and most importantly, whether we are online or whether we are on site, the same rule here applies, that the law prohibits me from accepting a late bid or offer for the property after it's been declared sold. So if you're here today with the interest to purchase, and we have a number of you here and online registered to go, you need to be the highest bidder when I declare the property sold, because if you get that offer into the text box just that second too late, then of course I can't accept that late bid or offer. And as a result, you'll miss out on buying a great opportunity here today. Buyers, 3-bedroom townhouse, as you can see there, with the double garage, the ensuite bathroom and the main bathroom, of course, it ticks all the boxes. It's a large, nice and bright 3-bedroom townhouse or unit here in a perfect location. Well, let's talk about that location, buyers. We are zoned for the Glen Waverley Secondary College. Of course, it ticks that box. We're also just a short walk through to Wesley College. So whether you're looking for Glen Waverley Secondary or Wesley College, those two fantastic first-class private and secondary, primary and secondary at private school there being Wesley, and of course Glen Waverley Secondary. Well, buyers, you know the zone is that coveted Glen Waverley school zone, making this such an important pocket of real estate. Let's not forget it's walking distance through to the Glen Shopping Centre. Some $500 million being spent on that facility, and as we see ourselves come out in Victoria of these lockdown periods, and we get to be able to resume that outdoor dining, the shopping, everything is here and on your doorstep. By the time settlement rolls around, buyers, you will have that ability to be able to enjoy those fantastic facilities that make Glen Waverley exactly what it is, a dining capital of the southeast suburbs. Restaurants that line those streets will be full again, and you are literally within a very, very short walk to those shops and restaurants, buyers. The Glen Waverley train station also there and on your doorstep through to the CBD in around about 30 minutes on public transport. So everything is here and on your doorstep. Schooling, education, the Glen Waverley Secondary College Zone, a perfect townhouse here, over 300 square metres of land that accompanies this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom and 2-car accommodation townhouse. 30, 60, 90 days we sell to you today, buyers. A great opportunity. Tony Ho has been our marketing agent and has done an extraordinary job marketing this property for our vendors. We thank them for entrusting us with the sale, and today we sell to the highest bidder. Who will it be, buyers? It's to that text box that I invite you now. An opening bid or offer, if I could, buyers, ask for that number in full and your bidder number to accompany the text box bid as we get underway, just so that we can see things nice and clearly, buyers. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. Opening bid or offer there. What do we say? Head to the text box there. What can we say to get us underway? An opening bid or offer there. Example, thank you. I got excited there. 1,180,000. I think that's probably actually a good starting point, Andrew. Thank you for the example. Good bidder number 2. So just confirm if we, thank you. There we go. And you've matched that example that Andrew's been so kind to put through. Good luck today. Bidder number 88, 1,180,000, and away we go. Who's going to make it 1.2 from here? At $1,180,000 bid there at 1,180,000. At $1,180,000, who's going to make it 1,200,000? At 1,180,000 is the bid at 1,180,000. 1,190,000. I'm happy to take 10, and that's what we'll do from here, buyers. 1,190,000. At 1,190,000, call it 1.2 now, even money. At 1,190,000, Julia, can I get your bidder number, please? At 1,190,000 is the bid. 10 is a minimum from here. What's your bidder number, please, Julia? What do we say? At 1,190,000, looking for that bidder number now. Julia, please, could you type in your bidder number? At 1,190,000. 1,190,000, it's against you. Paddle number 88, bidder 88, it's against you. At 1,190,000. Julia, can I ask, can you put in your bidder number, please? Just waiting on Julia's bidder number there, buyers. The bid is against you. Bidder number 88, you're back in front at 1.2. At 1.2 now. Julia, if you'd like to bid again, I just need to know your bidder number, please. At 1,000,002. At 1,000,002. Thank you, Julia. Bidder number 18. What do we say from here? At $1,200,000 bid there at 1,000,002. At $1.2 million, looking for at least a $10,000 bid from here. At 1.2. At 1.210, can I say from here? At 1,000,002. Julia, can I welcome you back for a $10,000 bid? At 1,000,002 and 10 on top if you like. At 1.2 is the bid. Can I call it 1,210,000? 1.2 is the bid. 1.2, can I call it 210 now? 1,000,002. At 1,000,002 is the bid, looking for 10 on top. At 1,000,002 is the bid. Tony, I know you're on the phone to your buyers, but let's get going now at 1,000,002. At 1,000,002 and 10, can I call it now? 1,000,002 is the bid. At $1.2 million it is at 1.2. Who's going to make it 210? Julia, can I welcome you back? At 1,000,002, Julia, would you like to make the offer at 1,210,000? At 1,002 it is. Bidder number 88, it's your bid. Against you, bidder number 18. At 1,002 it is. At 1,210, can I say? At 1,002 is the bid at 1,002 and looking for 10 now. At 1,002 it is. At $1.2 million it is at 1.2. Who's going to make it 210? At 1,002 is the bid, looking for 10 on top. At 1,002, Julia, can we see you back? Bidder number 18, can we see you on top for a $10,000 bid? At 1,002. At 1,210, can I say? At 1,002 is the bid. I'll make it 210 with a vendor bid now. At 1,210 now. Against you, bidder number 18, and against you, paddle 88 at 1,210. At 1,210 it is. At 1,210, and who's going to make it 20 now? At 1,210, looking for a 20 bid. At 1,210, what do we say there? Bidder 18 or bidder 88, or happy to see new bidding? At 1,210 is the bid. At 1,210 now. At 1,210. At 1,210, who's going to make it 220? At 1,210, bidder number 88, can we welcome you back? What do we say? Bidder number 18 also. At 1,210 it is, buyers. At 1,210. At 1,210, can we call it 1,220? Danny, I know you're frantically on the phone there to bidder 88. What do we say from here? 1,210 it is. At 1,210. At 1,220 now, bidder 88, you're in front. What do we say? Julia, bidder 18, where do we go from here? At 1,220, the bidding increment is 10 at this stage. At 1,220, at 1,220, it's 10 to come in from here if you like at 1,220. At 1,220, would you make it 230? At 1,220 is the bid. Can we go to 230 now? At $1,220,000 bid here at 1,220. At 1,220 it is. Can we call it 230 now? At 1,220 is the call at 1,220. At 1,220, who's going to call it 30 in the rise? At $1,220,000 bid here at 1,220. Do we go to 230 from here? At 1,220. Direct question now. Julia, bidder number 18. If you're out, could you type in the word out into the text box? Otherwise, can I see you bid from here? It's been 4 or 5 minutes since we've heard from you. At 1,220. Julia, bidder number 18. Are we in? Are we out? At 1,220, calling for a $10,000 rise from here. 10's the minimum. At 1,220. At 1,220 it is at 1,220. If you're out, please type that word in that you're out at 1,220. At 1,220, and I'll make it 30 vendor bid. At 1,230 now. At 1,230, where do we go from here? Bidder number 88 or bidder number 18. Can we welcome you back? At 1,230, calling for a 40 bid now. Bidder number 88 or bidder number 18, or new bidders if you like from here. At $1,230,000 bid here at 1,230. Can I welcome you back, bidder 18 or bidder 88? What do we say? At 1,230, can I call it 40 here? At 1,230, calling for a $10,000 rise from here. At 1,230. 1,230, do we go 40 now? Bidder number 88, what do you say? At 1,230,000 it is at 1,230. At 1,230 buyers, here we go. First call, are we done? You bidding there? I won't take the 5. Listen, we're well under the reserve and I can't sell it to you there at that price. Not taking 5, taking 10. Bidder number 8, you'd need to come in for 10. Confirm your bid to 240, please. 1,240 will be your number. If you could confirm that for me, please. 1,240,000. The minimum bidding at this stage is 10. Thank you. 1,240,000. Bidder number 8. You're in front. First bid for you, and I wish you well and good luck today. At 1,240,000, you'll see the screen update, and there it indeed has. Bidder number 18. Bidder number 88. It's against you. We've got 3 bidding now. At 1,240,000. 1,240,000. Do we go to 50 now? At 1,240,000, that increment buyers is $10,000. Not 5, it's 10 from here. At 1,240,000 is the call at 1,240,000. At 1,240,000 it is. Who's going to make it 250? At 1,240,000, it's bidder number 8 in front at 1,240,000. At $1,240,000 bid here at 1,240,000, calling for 50. At 1,240,000, Julia, number 18, haven't heard from you for nearly 10 minutes. At 1,240,000, are we done? If you are out, buyers, do me a favour. If you're out, please type the word out into the text box. That way, we've got a clear understanding that you have finished your bidding. Bidding number 8, it's your bid there at 1,240,000. Bidder number 88, I'd ask you to do the same. If you're out, but I'd need to see 10 from here. At 1,240,000, can I welcome you back at 50? First call, buyers, are we done? There we go, 250 now. The bid is 10 from here. Bidder number 8, it looks like it's you and bidder number 88. Bidder number 8, your bid, if you like, will be 60, calling for a $10,000 rise. 1,250,000, looking for 60. At 1,250,000 it is. 1,250,000, calling for a 60 bid now. At 1,250,000 it is at 1,250,000. At $1,250,000 bid here at 1,250,000 it is. At 1,250,000 buyers, what do we say from here at 1,250,000? At $1,250,000 it is. Buyers, bidder number 88, it's your bid. Bidder number 8, what are we doing from here for a $10,000 rise? Can I see you back? At 1,250,000 it is. Buyers, I'll call it 3 times now. If there is no higher bid, we'll deal exclusively with bidder number 88. First call then, buyers, here at 1,250,000. Second call, fair warning, buyers, 3 and 3 only now. What do we say? At 1,250,000, calling for a 60 bid. At 1,060,000 now, welcome back, number 8, your bid at 1,260,000. At 1,260,000 it is. At $1,260,000, Tony, I'm going to ask you to get some instructions for me, please. At 1,260,000 it is. 1,260,000. At $1,260,000 bid here at 1,260,000 it is. At $1,260,000 bid here at 1,260,000 buyers. What do we say? At 1,260,000 now. At 1,260,000, calling for 70. The bid's 10 from here if you like. At 1,260,000, I haven't heard from Julia, bidder number 18. I can only assume now that she has finished her bidding, but I'd welcome you back if you like. At $1,260,000 buyers, what do we say from here? At 1,260,000, 10's the bid if you like. Bidder number 88, are we done? Bidding at 1,260,000. At 1,260,000 buyers, here we go. First call, are we done here? 1,260,000. Bidder number 88. Bidder number 18. The bid is against you. I hold the bid with bidder number 8. 1,260,000 then. Twice are we done. $1,260,000. It's here now, buyers, and available at market value. What do we say from here? At 1,260,000 it is. Third and final call, are we done? Bidder number 88, if you're out, can you type that into the text box for me, just so that I'm clear? At $1,260,000 it is. Buyers, what do we say, are we done? 1,260,000. Paddle number 88, bidder 88, if you're out, can you type that in? If you're not out, can you give me a further bidding increment from here? Calling for 10 in the rise. At 1,260,000 it is. Are we done? Are we finished? Are we silent, buyers? 1,260,000. Bidder 88, Are you out? If you are, can you type it into the text box just so that I'm clear? Bid is here. 1,260,000 now. 1,260,000. Are we done? At 1,260,000. 1,260,000. It is at 1,260,000 the bid. At 1,260,000 now to 1,260,000. Looking for a $10,000 bid. Bidder number 88. Can I get some direction from you? If you're out, please type it in. Pause for instructions. We'll do that. Thank you, Andrew. Buyers, I'm going to pause just for a moment. We'll get instructions from the owner. 1,260,000 is the call. I'm going to ask for your patience just as we get on the phone and confirm those instructions. Thank you. I won't keep you long. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your patience. We're back and live. Just get you to make sure that we can hear each other. And I know that our audio is running, but maybe just type that word yes back in for me if you would, just to ensure. Thank you, Andrew. And away we go, buyers. Instructions are clear, buyers. There's been a big shift in the vendor's expectation. That reserve price has been adjusted. We are moments away from a sale, buyers. 1,260,000 is where we reopen the bidding. The increment to bid from here is a minimum of $10,000, and we are moments away from a sale. As the crowd here increases, what do we say? Bidder number 88, straight back, 1,270,000. At 1,270,000, it is 1,270,000. At 1,270,000, where do we go from here? 10's the bid if you like. At 1,270,000, can we go to 80 now? At 1,270,000, it is. It's against you, bidder number 8. The bid is 1,270,000 with bidder number 88. At $1,270,000, it is 1,270,000. At 1,270,000 now. 1,270,000, bidder number 88. It's your bid at this stage. At 1,270,000, straight back if you like. At 1,280,000. 10's the bid if you like here. Bidder number 8. What do we say? At 1,280,000, can I call now? At 1,270,000 it is. At $1,270,000 buyers. What do we say? At 1,270,000. Bidder number 8, can I welcome you back for 10? 10 on top from here if you like. At 1,270,000 it is. At 1,270,000 calling for an 80 bid. At 1,270,000 calling for 10 from here. Bidder number 8, can I see you back for 10 on top? At 1,270,000 now. At 1,270,000 it is. 1,270,000 calling for a $10,000 rise. Don't miss the opportunity. It's here and now. Bidder number 8, you've been bidding strongly along the way. Can we welcome you back just for a small $10,000 increment? At $1,270,000 it is, calling for 10 from here. At 1,270,000, 80's the next bid if you'd like it. What do we say? Bidding at 1,270,000. Bidding is against you, bidder number 18 and bidder number 8. Bidding is against you. I hold the highest offer with bidder number 88. 1,270,000 it is. Buyers, I'd need to know, Tony, if you're on the phone to bidder number 8, I'll need to know their position. I call for just a $10,000 rise from here. At 1,270,000 it is. Buyers need to know. Bidder number 8, what do we say from here? Do we go 1,280,000? At 1,270,000 is the call. Bidder number 88, your bid against bidder number 18 and against bidder number 8. 1,270,000 is the call, buyers. What do we say? Are we done? First call I'd need to know now, bidder number 8. Are we in or are we out? Please let me know. Head to the text box if you're out. Type the word in out if you are out. 1,270,000 it is. Second call, need to know quickly now. Don't miss the opportunity. 1,270,000 it is. Bidder number 88, it's in your favour at this stage. Bidder number 8, it's against you. Bidder number 18 against you also. 1,270,000. Bidder number 8. What are we doing from here? If you're out, can you type that into the text box, please, just so we know exactly where you're at? Need to know. I'm on the second call, heading to third and final. What do we do from here? Bidder number 8, I'd need to know. What do we say? Bidding is against you. Bidder number 18, bidding is against you also. 1,270,000 it is. Buyers, are we done? First, second, third and final call. Last opportunity is now. If there is no further bidding, we will own. There we go. 1,280,000 now. Welcome back, bidder number 8. 1,280,000 now. At 1,280,000, we are edging so close to a sale here at 1,280,000. At 1,280,000 is the call at 1,280,000. Andrew, please indicate to me if you'd like me to pause again for instructions. At $1,280,000 it is. There's the bid and offer at 1,280,000. At 1,280,000, it's against you, paddle number 88. At $1,280,000, it's against bidder number 88. 1,280,000 is the number to beat. Buyers calling for 10. At 1,280,000 now to 1,280,000. At 1,280,000 buyers, Andrew's asked me just to pause for a moment while we seek some instructions from our owners. As I said before, buyers, we are edging ever so close to a sale here. I know that discussion with the vendor is happening now, but buyers, I'm going to ask for your patience just for a moment or so while we check those instructions. I'll put myself on pause here, and I aim to have us back in just a few moments' time, give you an opportunity, bidder number 88, to think about your position. Hold, please, buyers. I'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience as we continue to negotiate through with our vendor and try and understand exactly the point at which we can sell. We are ever so close from a sale here today, buyers. 1,280,000 is where we reopen the bidding. Paddle number 88, it's not your bid. It is paddle number 8. You hold the highest bid. And if we get no further rise from here, of course, we will move to private negotiations in favour of bidder number 8. So bidder number 88, your opportunity to shine is now, but I'd need to see further bidding. Still calling for a $10,000 rise. What do we say from here? At $1,280,000. Can I see a $10,000 bid from here? At $1,280,000, it is $1,280,000. What do we say for a $10,000 bid? I'll take the 5. Thank you there, just to keep you involved. And I'll do the same for bidder number 8. Bidder number 88, taking the $5,000 rise now at 1 million. I just confirm bidder number 88. You put in 1,275,000, and we were at 280. So it'd have to be 285. Bidder number 88. Can I just ask you to confirm, please? Just let me know. Are you in at 1,285,000? There we go. Thank you for your confirmation. Happy to take the 5. Bidder number 8. I'll do the same for you if you like. Here we go, buyers. 1,285,000 is the call. 5 to come on top from here if you like. At 1,285,000, who's going to make it 90? At 1,285,000, what do we say? Happy to see 90 now. Bidder number 8, happy to take 5 from you also. What do we say from here? We're ever so close to a sale, buyers. At 1,285,000 is the call at 1,285,000. At 1,285,000, who's going to make it 90? Bidder number 8, can I welcome you back in? At $1,285,000, what do we say from here, buyers, for a $5,000 rise? At $1,285,000 is the call, looking for 90. At $1,285,000, who's going to make it 90? What do we say, bidder number 8? If you're out, can you type it into the text box for me, please, so that we can understand that there is no more bidding? 1,285,000, looking for a 90 bid. Bidder number 8 or bidder number 18 or any of our other registered bidders, happy to see new bidding come forward at 1,285,000, buyers, for a $5,000 bid. Bidder number 8, need to know, are we in? Are we out? For a $5,000 bid only, 1,285,000 is the call at 1,285,000. 1,285,000 calling for a $5,000 bid. Bidder number 8, need to know, are you in? Are you out? At $1,285,000, I'd need to know quickly now, buyers, 1,285,000. At 1,285,000, it is calling for 5. Great buying opportunity. Only metres away from the Glen Waverley train station, metres away from the Glen Waverley shopping centre. What do we say? Wesley College on your doorstep, zone for Glen Waverley Secondary. All we're bid at this stage is 1,285,000. At 1,285,000, what do we say? Bidder number 8, need to know. First call then, here we go. Buyers at 1,285,000. Bidder number 88, it's your bid. Bidder number 8, it's not your bid. At 1,285,000. Second call, need to know now, bidder number 8, are we in? Are we out? Here we go then, buyers. $1,285,000 calling for a $5,000. $290 now. Welcome back in. Bidder number 8, it's your bid now. At 1,290,000. At 1,290,000 is the call at 1,290,000. 1,290,000. Tony, can we get some fresh instructions, please, while we continue the auction at 1,290,000? If we are on the market, you could unmute your microphone and just let me know, Tony, what that outcome is from here, buyers, or type it into the text box. Andrew, Peter, or Tony from here, bidding is 1,290,000. At 1,290,000, bidder number 8, you're in front at this stage at 1,290,000. At 1,290,000, it's against you, paddle number 88. Where do we go from here? Happy to still see a $5,000 rise if you like. At $1,285,000 it is. At $1,290,000. I'm sorry, buyers. I'm looking at the screen and not in the text box, but that screen will update in just a moment. Bidder number 8, it's your bid. Let me make it very clear. 1,290,000. Just looking for the screen to update now. At $1,290,000 it is. Looking for 95, 5 on top if you like. Need to know those instructions from here, though, buyers. What do we say? Are we done? Peter, Tony, or Andrew looking for those instructions. 1,290,000. Excuse me. 1,290,000 it is. At 1,290,000, it's against paddle number 88. At 1,290,000, looking for a 95 bid. Paddle number 88. Are we in? Are we out? What are we doing from here? $1,290,000, paddle number 8. Your bid at this stage. You're the front runner for negotiations if we don't reach that reserve price. 1,290,000 is the call at 1,290,000. Against you, paddle number 18. Against you, paddle number 88. Calling for a $5,000 rise from here. Need some more time. I appreciate that, Tony. Buyers, here we go. 1,290,000, paddle number 8. It's your bid. Paddle number 8, it's your bid at this stage. What do we say from here? Happy to see another $5,000 bid. We are ever so close. Buyers, I think you can probably guess what the reserve price might be, 1,290,000. Tony's going to jump on the phone and seek confirmation from the vendor now. I'm going to press pause and just have that conversation. I'd ask for your patience one last time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, away we go. We're going to reopen that bidding. Happy to stay in $5,000 bids. It's your bid, number 8, 1,290,000. Happy to see a 5 on top from here, bidder number 18. We haven't heard from you for a long time. Happy to see you back. And of course, our underbidder at this stage is bidder number 88. Happy to see 5 on top from here also. 1,290,000. We are so close, buyers, and I think you know what that number needs to be able to purchase today. 1,290,000 is the number to beat. I'm happy to see a $5,000 rise, but that's the minimum number to bid at this stage. $1,290,000, bidder 88 or bidder number 18, or any fresh bidding. Happy to see it here now. Come alive. What do we say? At 1,290,000, it is calling for a 5 bid on top. At 1,290,000, bidder number 88. What do we say? Bidder number 18. Are we out? $1,290,000 it is, buyers. Here we go. First call, need to know now, bidder 88. If you're out, can you type it into the text box? However, if you are out, we head straight to bidder number 8 for that final little bit of negotiation to get it across the line and get a sale underway here today. 1,290,000 it is. Second call, need to know. What do we say from here, buyers? $1,290,000. Looking for a $5,000 rise. Bidder number 88, let me know. Are you in? Are you out? Bidder number 18, same opportunity. That 1,290,000, 95 now. Bidder number 88, I assume that is. Paddle number 88, because I think we're holding RC as paddle number 8. Could I ask, please, bidder YZ88? Thank you. Bidder number 88. That's your bid. 1,295,000 now. At 1,295,000 it is. 1.3 needs to be the number to get to, buyers. If I'm going to invite you back, bidder number 8, it would be at 1.3 million. That's the number that will buy it today, buyers. Let me make it clear. That is the reserve price. At $1.3 million, I can sell it away. Below that, I can't. Let me make that very clear. Bids at 1,295,000. Bidder number 8, it's your opportunity to be able to purchase here today. At 1.3 million, can I call it now? At 1,295,000, I won't take 1, I won't take 2. It needs to be 5 from here. At 1,295,000's the call. 1,295,000, bidder number 8 and bidder number 18. Where do we go? At 1,295,000, calling for a $5,000 bid at this stage to get us to the reserve price, which is 1.3. And if we get there, I can sell the property today, buyers. At $1,295,000, bidder number 8. Don't miss the opportunity. We're $5,000 away from a sale in your favour today. First call, here we go. At 1,295,000. $295,000, bidder number 88. It's your bid, and you get the very first right to negotiate with the vendor for that extra $5,000, which I'm sure you'll pay to buy the property today. $1,295,000, bidder number 8. I need to know. If you're out, type it into the text box. Otherwise, bid me away and let's buy a property today at 1.3. At 1,295,000, calling for that $5,000 rise. Once then, here we go. Bidder number 8. I can't take 1 or 2. 5's the number. 5 gets us to the point where we can put the property on the market and sell it to you. Hit 1,295,000. Then here we go. Bidder number 88. You are in the box seat to be able to buy it in just a moment. If there is no further bid, I'd need to know now. RC, bidder number 8. What do we say then as we move now? Second call. Need to know buyers. Here we go. $1,295,000 bid here. Bidder number 88. You'll get to buy it in just a few moments if you just want to increase your offer to 1.3 million, or of course, bidder number 8. I'm happy to see you back involved. What do we say from here then? Third and final call, 1.3, and away we go at $1,000,003. Hit 1,000,003. Please confirm the instructions from here, Andrew, Peter, or Tony. Hit 1,000,003 is the call at 1,000,003. At $1,000,003 it is. Hit 1,000,003. Where do we go from here? Bidder number 88. Do we go 5 on top again? Hit 1,000,003. Even money at $1,000,003. Looking for those instructions now at 1,000,003. Hit 1,000,003 is the number to beat buyers. Just unmute the microphone. Tony, if you like, call it out. Or Andrew, call it out. Or Peter, call it out. Or type it into the text box. Those instructions for me, please, at 1,000,003.
We're on the market.
Well done, and thank you very much there, Peter Messia, on the market and selling at 1,000,003. At $1,000,003 is the number to beat buyers. What do we say? Do we come on top now? Is that good time for the knockout bid? At 1,000,003 for those that haven't yet bid, but maybe have been waiting for it to go on the market. Now's your opportunity to be able to purchase. You'll see the numbers on the screen turn to green in just a few moments' time, indicating that we are on the market and selling. You'll see that screen update in just a few moments. We sell now in favour of bidder number 8. If there is no further rise, what do we say, buyers? Bidder number 88. Don't miss it now, bidder number 88. We're on the market. There's 2 of you running in this race at this stage. We sell, though, in favour of bidder number 8. $1.3 million there, even money at $1,000,003. At 300,000 over $1 million. What do we say from here? Bidder number 88. If you're out, type it in the text box. Otherwise, I tell you what, I'm happy to take a $2,500 rise or even $1,000 from here to keep it rolling. Bidder number 88. What do we say from here? Bids at 1.3 million. Need to get your confirmation. Are you in? Are you out? Bidder number 88. It's your bid, number 8. Number 8, it's your bid, and we sell it to you at $1.3 million if there is no further rise. Need to know, though, bidder number 88. YZ88. Are we seeing a further increase from you? Happy to even take $1,000 to keep you in. $1,300,000 even money. YZ88's confirmed they're out, which means we sell in favour of number 8, bidder number 8, your property if there is no higher bid. At $1,300,000 even money, we sell away. First call, are we done? Second call, are we definitely finished? Bidder number 88, you've confirmed you're out. I appreciate everyone's got their limitations. Perhaps 1.3 was yours. Happy to see that final little bid of $1,000 on top. At $1,300,000, bidder number 88, it goes to bidder number 8. Sorry, it goes to you if there is no higher bid. Bidder number 88's confirmed they're out. Third and final call, selling at $1.3 million. Definitely out. I get that in capitals. I appreciate your assertiveness there around telling me that you're definitely done. Paddle number 8, bidder number 8, we sell it to you at $1,003,000. Once then, twice, third and final call. We're selling, sold. Congratulations and well purchased today. Bidder number 8, the property goes in your direction. Well purchased. What a fantastic buying opportunity. To our vendors, congratulations on a fantastic sale price. Thank you for entrusting us with the sale of your property. To Tony, our marketing agent, what a wonderful job you've done marketing this property today. to our admin support in the background. Thank you. Those electronic contracts will go across to bidder number 8 in just a few moments' time for signature. Of course, that deposit payment electronically transferred through to us today also. My name's Damien Moore. I've been your auctioneer. It's been my great pleasure to host this auction online for you today. And I look forward to seeing you soon next time we auction a home near yours. Thank you.